The power is back.
What up, family? Too Cool TB, representing Powered by Vibes, and we're back with another episode of Artist Discovery. Today, we'll be checking out an artist by the name of Sacha Terrat. We'll just read the bio right off of here. It's called Delicate Trip-Hop from the Far End of the World. A multidisciplinary artist from New Caledonia, a freedom-seeking traveler, Sacha connects hemispheres from his native island to Paris. And he erases boundaries with his lush and hypnotic Oceanian trip-hop, weaving digital threads of pop and down-tempo music with touches of reggae and Kanika, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm not that smart, music rhythms. Mixes and plays with the identities and cultures he carries. Alright, that's the bio, and we're going to check out a track called Silver Chains. Without further ado, let's get the music going, and we're going to watch it together and talk about it. Yeah, Silver Chains.
My doors are locked with silver chains. My windows are taped, no escaping. My fingers are crossed, no trust in anything. My heart's a hole, come lose yourself in it.
Interpretive dance.
Springing from your lips, we can live in the world where we're tied at the hips. We will give up our minds. Do as we please with them. You receive when we leave, when we grieve, you don't mind. Inside those walls, our structure falls.
Okay. I've been quiet because I'm just taking this all in. So we break down the beat for you while we got a quiet section here. So what we've been hearing in the instrumental is just like, it's a pretty simple, at least for me personally, I wouldn't really classify this as trip hop, this particular song, I don't think. At least I don't. But it's just kind of a lot of like droning synth sounds, like a nice little simple bass line, just as like a synth bass line underneath. I guess maybe the drums are kind of trip hop.
Dancing in the last remaining snows. We believe every word. Springing from
I mean, I guess that is kind of trip hop style drums.
we can live in the world where we're tied at the hips. We will give up our minds.
I can't think of what this reminds me of, but this is like, there's something pretty cool that reminds me of, like, another song.
Inside those walls, our structure.
I think that the music video sounds pretty cool too. I like the music video. I like the interpretive dance. Very interesting song. Is there any stuff after the credits? Nope, it looks like that's it. Alright, let's bring it back to my beautiful face and we'll talk about it a little bit. So, segment 1. Reaction. My reaction to this one, you know, seeing Oceanic Trip-Hop, I had no idea what to expect. But I actually like this. This is pretty cool. As I was saying during the beat playing, I guess I'm not sure if this is like the trip hop that I would typically associate the term trip hop with. However, listening to it, and thinking about it a little harder, I guess it is kind of trip hop, like with the drums and whatnot. It's just you're putting a different direction to it. That's more. I don't even know. Like, I was trying to think what type of style of music that like the rest of the production on the instrumental reminded me of. But yeah, it's very creative instrumental. You know, it had a lot of cool little things going on. I'm not sure if it was like a sample or not, but like it was like a little piano sound that was in the background that was kind of distorted. So a little like drony synth sounds, like a cool little bass line. It's kind of more electronic music for a lot of the influences I heard in the instrumental. But it sounded really cool though. And then like I like the vocal performance on here too, real smooth, real interesting. They also had the lyrics down there, so that's nice. So a pretty cool track, man. That's what my reaction was to it. Breakdown of what we heard instrumentally. I just kind of did a little bit, just a pretty simple little instrumental that was happening there. Very creative though. Definitely some trip hop drums going on, but there's a lot of other like sounds happening or more kind of EDM inspired at certain points and whatnot. Very electronic music inspired. Sounded pretty cool. For some reason I kind of got some Imagine Dragons vibes a little bit too from the way that this overall like tone of the music sounded. But I thought it sounded pretty good. I like how the vocals were mixed on here. It sounded real clear. There's a little bit of doubling and things that were going on there that was used creatively, very tastefully and subtle. It sounded great. So I like how it sounded. For the critique section of the review, I don't really have many critiques. I mean, for this one, it sounds great. I would say like there's definitely room for improvement, but the improvement would be very, very small nitpicks that I don't really think I could articulate in the words and the formatting of this video. It's just what it is. It's one of those things where there's just something missing. You know, like it just needs like a little of something that would push it over the edge. It's just that I'm not really sure what that something is, if that makes sense. Because everything with this is great, but like it's just there's just like a little something that is missing that would push it over the edge, you know. So that's what I would say for the critique section review. I can't give you a critique. I'm sorry if this is a terrible review because of that, but I honestly just, for me, if I was the one that was making it, because that's the perspective I give my critiques from, I probably would play around with this and tool around with it a lot more for just the overall mix and production, because it just feels to me like it just needs another sound in there somewhere and just something mood-wise to make it stand out a little bit more. But I just, like I said, I'm not sure what it is. So that's really all I got for critique. So I'm sorry that was a terrible critique because it didn't. Because I know it probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people. The people that get what I'm trying to say, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, in terms of what you guys actually did production-wise and the vocal performance, there's nothing I could critique. You nailed it. Everything sounded great. How it was performed, how it was produced. So yeah, that's all I got for you on that one. So I guess with all that being said, then we'll be kind of quickly with this one because we don't need to take forever on these. We're going to compare this against the other music that we've listened to thus far for 2022. We're going to rank this of the artist discovery. Billboard chart. We're going to see where this compares. So, Billboard chart is not a reflection on the quality of the song. This is a chart of recommendations. It's going in the order of how popular that I feel like the song would be. So, this is not a reflection of how well that it was executed or anything. It's just going to be how popular I think it is and how radio ready that it is. You know, basically the potential I think has to be a big hit. We'll put this one to number 11. So, rationale for why we're going to number 11, let's briefly discuss the song that's right above it and song right below it. Right above it, Sapphire Rose, song for me. A lot of stuff has been ranking around here, so she's got a lot of shout outs this month. Song for me, I just feel like that one, it had a little bit more personality, I guess is the word I would use to the song. It's probably not quite what I mean. But to me, it's just there's something that one had that was a little bit more, it stands out a little bit more for me if you were to just put these two songs on instrumentally next to each other. It's very close too. Like I'm kind of debating on it if I want to go above it or below it. I guess, you know what, I'm going to change it right here on the fly. This is the second time I've done this year. I've changed it right on the fly. I'll go above it. The only reason I'm going to do that, I'm going to bump Sapphire Rose's song down. This one does show more polish. This song for me did. So in terms of recommending this to other people, I think that would stand out. In fact, this has a little bit more polish. So that will put it right underneath Anis, Too Good to Be True. That one, that's a rapper from the US. I forgot where he's from. I forgot specifically where he's from. But that was a track, a little hip-hop, R&B, pop, whatever you want to call it, track. Drake type beat, whatever. So it's just a little bit below that, because that one there is a little bit more of a more poppy type of a sound. So that one there, I just feel like for a list of recommendations, that one's going to stand out to more people. So that's why I got you ranked on the Billboard chart. Pretty good position to be in the top 10, my God. So keep it up. So now we're going to bring it back to my beautiful face and we're going to finish out this review. Final segment, if you're watching. So for Sacha Terrat, if you're watching, what I would say is, I really like what you're doing with this. It's very creative. You definitely are showing the creativity with this. I think it sounds really good. I like that instrumental. It's very good. I think that the way that you vocalize over the beat sounds really cool too. I like your style. And I think you're doing a great job. So just keep up the great work. That's really all I got to say to you. You know, just keep on building your fan base up. And, you know, a lot of people are going to enjoy this kind of music from you. You're doing great. Very inspired. And I'm enjoying it. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for you out there now. Because I know that you're going to do something. So, with all that being said, to Sacha, to all the fans, and everybody watching at home, love what you do. I enjoyed listening to this song, and I hope that all of you did too. I spread nothing but peace and love to all of you. And I will see you in the next review.
The power is back.